What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Skeffscomicknowledge. I am Skeff. Thank you so much for checking out my channel and tuning in tonight's video. If you saw the thumbnail, I'm gonna try to open up a brand new CBCS case I have right here because it's a Don't Pay the Ferryman 9.2 brand new CBCS case, and I'm really curious on how to crack this open. And I would love to show you guys how to crack open the brand new CBCS cases. They are a little different than their previous generations, which were significantly easier to crack open from what I have done in the past. This one seems a little tougher, but let's go ahead and see if we can crack this shell. And just like that, it's cracked open. Super easy. Just some good camera editing. Please stay tuned to see actually how I crack this guy open. Hey guys, welcome back. So what I use to crack open most of my graded books is going to be a flat head screwdriver. Can be found in pretty much any department store. I love the shorter the better, more control. Also, just any other flat piece of metal to kind of hold open the case while you're moving along the edges to crack it open. So on these new cases for CBCS, there's only 2 entry points on the case. The entire case itself is completely sealed, unlike the previous generation's model where it was kind of open and not glued on all 4 corners. This one, there's only 2 points at the very bottom that you can start out trying to crack it open safely. So you always want to try to make sure lay the book flat down first, and just a little bit of left and right movement, nothing strong. It'll just crack on its own just like that. And then once you have the left side down, you want to make sure it's cracked open enough where it splits about halfway through the bottom of that case, like so. Then next you're going to please leave the book flat laying down, less damage to you or anything else laying around, and do provide the same type of movement, and you will see that it will crack very easily once again through the entire bottom of the case. And that's what you want the bottom of your case to look like, whether it be CBCS or CGC. This is the part where you want to turn the flathead kind of standing up, and that allows some space and relieving some of the pressure on the book. So then therefore you can get started on the side, and you'll see right here where it'll just crack with just a little bit of pressure all the way up to that like half an inch there, and then you just a little bit of pressure, keep going up the book. You just want to be very careful, very slow. I kind of rushed myself through this one. Always take your time. Less damage to you, the book, anything like that. So you just, wedge piece in there, and you just work your way up along the edge of the case. Just a turn and it'll crack open a couple inches, a little turn and it'll keep cracking open, and then have your spacer follow along that path as well. So I like the short flatheads, less chance of you actually like gouging your book in any way, shape, or form. And almost did it right there. So just your goal is to get to the very, very top. I actually recommend just taking your time and trying to get the whole thing cracked open. In this scenario, I was like, that should be fine. Let's go ahead and just try to just Hulk smash this thing open all the way. I highly recommend you actually taking your time and crack open this entire other edge that I didn't do on that side. And I'm just like, well, let's see how strong this glue is. And I just kind of, very gently just keep applying a little bit of pressure, and it'll just crack just like that. And the book just kind of falls right out of there, which is kind of lucked out on that one. I'm like, oh, well, here is the book inside of its protective little plastic coating. So now here, this is where you want to just put the book on top of the case itself. Get a nice sharp box cutter, and then you'll see how the book's elevated. I always try to make sure I cut with that elevated part up so there's less pressure on the book, and always try to make sure you cut the 3 sides that have no staples first and save the staple side for last. At least that's just the way I kind of do it, just make sure I don't damage anything on the spine. So just get each corner cut all the way through. I try to cut right along that glue line there, just nice and slow. Take your time. This is actually the scariest part about cracking the whole thing open at the end of the day. Once I use the box cutter for the 3 sides, I like to grab a pair of scissors. Just more control to get this last edge done, because then the book is going to be home free from there. So nice and slow, get it through there. Now the book will just kind of fall out right of the casing. No muss, no fuss, don't have to worry about scratching anything, damage the book at all. So once you get all 4 corners cut out, the pressure on that sleeve is almost nothing, and then the book slides right out. So as you can tell, the book's in good shape, just had a few scratches on the backhand side. Must have been like a printer defect, something like that. That's probably why it got such a low grade. So who knows? I'm not worried about it, but it was a great thing to kind of show you guys what to look for on how to crack open these brand new CBCS cases. Follow the prompts on the screen. I greatly appreciate it. Skeff out.